Hey, my name is Jenna Medlin, and I'm an EDM 310 student at the University of South Alabama, and today I'm going to talk to you about SMARTboard basics. So first, we're going to go over how to turn on a SMARTboard. You have your power button that's orange when it's off, and when it's green it turns on. So just press your power button, and it's going to take a minute to warm up. Okay, so once it warms up, you need to calibrate your SMARTboard. So when you press a button, it presses that button and not 3 feet away from it. So what you can do, there's 2 buttons at the front of your SMARTboard, and one has a picture of a keyboard, one has a picture of a mouse. So you just press both of those at the same time, and this screen shows up. So with this screen, you just hit in the middle of each target, and you're going to do it 9 times. So pick up a pen, just hit the middle of each target. Okay, the SMARTboard is now calibrated, and we need to pull up the Smart Notebook. So you're going to come to Programs. The Smart Notebook is right here. That's going to load. Alright, so you have 4 different color options with pens down up front. You have black, red, green, and blue, and you also have an eraser. So we're just going to pick up the black pen, and I'm just going to write my name. Okay, so now you can go down here, and even though I have the black marker, you can pick whatever color you want. So I'm going to pick green, and now I can do my name in green. That way you don't have to keep putting up or picking up and putting down markers. Okay. So with this, as you can see, both of these are 2 different boxes when you click on them. And you can group these 2 together. You want to make sure you're on the cursor. You just make a big box around it. And you can just click one of these boxes in the corner. Press group. Okay, so now you can see it's one big group. You come back over here. You can flip whatever's in the box. You can do left to right or up and down. So with this, there's also a text box you can do. And with this, you're going to press this A button down here, and you can make a box. Just press this keyboard button that I told you about earlier, and a keyboard shows up, and you can type in that box. Okay? So we're going to move this over here. Okay, so I know it's hard to see, but the text Jenna is in front of the green of my name. So we can change the order of this by clicking on this side box again. Order. Let's try this big box. Okay, so this is now the bigger box with my name written in both black and green, and we're going to bring it to the front. So now you can see the green is in front of this text right up here. Okay, so now we're also going to work with objects, so let me get this out of the way. And anytime you want to delete something, you just press that box in the corner and press delete. We're going to do the same with this. Okay, and now we're going to go to shapes. So you have your shape options down here. You have circles, squares, triangles, and then you also have your more complicated shapes down here for when you teach shapes in your classroom. Good for geometry as well. So let's go with the hexagon. So you can just do a small one, you can do it large, and you can also change the color of it by pressing this, and you can choose whatever color you want. I'm going to choose blue, and this is the fill color, so it's going to be filled with blue. Okay? So, and of course you have all of your different shapes that you can choose from, and it says how many sides has each one, so you can see that. Now we're going to work with infinite cloning. We're going to take this large hexagon right here, make sure it's on the cursor button. Okay, we're going to come back to this box, and there's an option that says infinite cloner. So you're just going to press infinite cloner, and you have to take it, drag your finger, if I can make it work, and you can drag copies and I just made a new page pop up. So we're going to try to draw that shape again. So we have the hexagon. Okay. We're going to go back to infinite cloner. We're going to see if this works again. Okay, so what I just found out, you have to do it around the edge of the first shape. You can't do it in the middle, it has to be from the edge. And you can just keep doing that, and you can't do that from a duplicate. You have to do it from the original. Okay, and of course you can do that with text as well. Okay, so we are now going to go over we're going to go over object animation to reveal answers and feedback. So we're just going to delete all this, and I just grouped all of that so I wouldn't have to worry about it. Okay, so my major is elementary education, so one day I will be teaching in an elementary classroom, and for maybe a future bell ringer, I'll have 2 plus 2 on the board equals 4. Obviously, I don't want my students to have the answer right away, but I want it to be up there so they can see. So I'm going to come down here to the shade, just press that button, and you see it completely covers up the screen. Well, I'm going to move it over to where they just see the equation and not the solution. And then whenever they're ready, I can just move it completely over so they can see it. I can also, other than just move it back and forth, I can move it up and down. So that's going to be really useful in the classroom. And whenever you're done, there's just a little X button over here, and you just exit out of it. We're going to delete this. And now it's time to put multimedia on this. And we can come over here. Press this picture that looks like press this button that looks like a picture. And you have pictures, interactive and multimedia, notebook files and pages, backgrounds and themes. First, we're going to do a picture. So we're just going to do a picture of the number 1, and that box comes up in the top right-hand corner. You're just going to press Insert in Notebook. So now we have this right here. And I'm going to show you a tool called the Magic Pen. You can pick up whichever color marker you want, but you're going to come down here and you're going to choose the Magic Pen. Okay, and there's 2 things that you can do with this Magic Pen. You can draw a circle to highlight a certain part of the picture, and this works really well in art when you're trying to expose the picture to the students and make them look at the background details. And you can also do a square, which zooms that part of the picture that's in the square. Okay, so that's the magic pen. We're just going to come over here and delete this. And now we're going to add an interactive multimedia in here. My favorite subject is math, so we're going to use dice because we like to use that, and math with probability. If I can find it. Okay, so you can do pink dice, red dice, or you have dice with numbers or vowels. You can do either one. We're just going to pick the red dice. You're going to insert it into your notebook. I like to move it to the center. And as you can see, every time you click the dice, a new number appears. So that's going to be really great for probability. The last thing we're going to talk about is saving. You save it just like a regular Word document. So you're going to go up here to File, Save As, and you just name it however you want to name it, and then you save it. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you learned a lot from my SMARTboard tutorial, and I can't wait to learn a lot more about it.